I want to know who you got in your top five. Because I got my top five ready. And I know Ace got his top five ready. So who in your top five?
Oh my gosh, you got money back, I see.
Because it's the top five. Every week. Yo, y'all know what time it is, man. It's your boy Shooter. I got my co-host Ace with me, man, and we back with the top five every week. Y'all know what's going on, man. This week, we doing the top five teams in the NFL, man. We back to where it originally started at, top five teams, man. Ace, what's going on? Tell the people where they can find you, man. How you been?
Good, bro. You know we here, bro. Good weekend. We're going to talk about it. But first off, you already know Ace Lombardi on IG. Check me out, man. And we here. Let's jump into these top fives.
Facts. Before we get into our top five, we got some of my family and friends, man, that be tapping in with us, tuning in. Shout out to y'all boys, man. At Jay, at Jordan, at Billy, at all them boys in the ESPN Fantasy, at all them boys in the Yahoo Gauntlet Fantasy. We appreciate y'all for tapping in and staying in tune. But we're going to read off a little bit of their top fives for y'all before we get into ours.
Facts.
So we got Jordan Beasy. His top five is, at number 5, he got the Pittsburgh Steelers. At number 4, he got the Baltimore Ravens. At number 3, he got the Buffalo Bills. At number 2, he got the Detroit Lions. And number 1, he got the Philadelphia Eagles. So y'all tap in. Let us know what y'all think about that. Mm-hmm. And we got Big J in the building, the number 1 team in our ESPN Fantasy League.
Fact.
His top 5. Number 5, he got the Minnesota Vikings. Number 4, he got the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 3, he got the Buffalo Bills. Number 2, he got the Philadelphia Eagles. And number 1, he got the Detroit Lions. They seem pretty solid. They seem pretty good.
Good list.
I mean, what you think, Ace? And give us your top 5. Tap in with what you got.
Well, you already know, man. When you look at it, man, we got some of the same teams. Me and Jay agree on number 5. I got the Vikings, man. When you look at what the Vikings is doing, they 10-2. One of the most turnover defenses, Van Geickel, Greenard, Sam Donald on the offense. Vikings at number 5. They doing their thing. They got to be up there, man. They neck and neck with the Lions. They right behind the Lions. Lions lose one game, they might win that division. Number 4, I'm rolling with Pittsburgh, man. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers won 44-38. Yeah, they did lose to Cleveland, but they currently lead the AFC North. That's the only reason why. At this pick, it would have been either them or the Ravens. Whoever leading that division, they got to be in the top 5 because that's the best division in football. Number 3, I got the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills doing their thing. They got a good squad, but I can't put them at 1. Even though they beat the Chiefs that lost to the Ravens, every time I see the Ravens in them, I would rather put the Ravens on the list, but I'm just going off a record. That's why I got Bills number 3. Number 2, 10-1, man. Detroit Lions, man. I got the Lions number 2. And number 1, you know, I'm going with the Eagles. Eagles doing their thing. They just beat the Ravens. They got one of the best defenses in the league, the best running back in the league. Fly, Eagles, fly. You already know.
Facts. I like it, man. I like it. I mean, I think it's interesting. I think this year there's 1 or 2 teams that you can say, yeah, but then the rest of the teams is kind of, these last few weeks is going to be interesting of who's in the playoffs, who's in the hunt, who's in the wild card. Like, it's crazy. I'm going to jump right in with mine, man. At number 5, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. And I got the Kansas City Chiefs, honestly, just based off a record and because it's Pat Mahomes. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to repeat this year because I'm not convinced the way that they've been losing. I mean, the way that they've been winning games is just been off of pure last second. And it's not necessarily that they're winning games, it's that the other teams are losing the games.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But I mean, like Chris Jones said, I'd rather have an ugly win than a pretty loss.
Facts.
So I gotta put the Kansas City Chiefs in there at number 5.
Definitely.
At number 4, I'm going with the Buffalo Bills, man, at 10-2. I'm not really convinced about the Buffalo Bills because they're to me, they're an average middle of the pack team. And what I'm looking at when I say average middle of the pack, meaning that if you look at a lot of the teams that they beat, forget about the name. They beat the Niners, yeah, but the Niners is an under 500 team, right? They beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins is an under 500 team.
That's a fact.
They lost to the Ravens, an over 500 team. They lost to the Texans, an over 500 team. So really the only over 500 teams that they've beaten was the Chiefs and the Seahawks.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I'm not really convinced like they're really a borderline average team for me. I got to see what they're going to do in the playoffs and what they're going to do against in the playoffs now, these high caliber teams that over 500 and really can play. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
My number 3 team, I got the Minnesota Vikings. I like the Minnesota Vikings, and to me, I think they're not in the best division, but I think they are in the most competitive division this year in football. The NFC North, it's Minnesota, Detroit, Packers, and Bears. You know what I mean? I mean, if the playoff picture, the way they put teams in the playoffs was a little different, we could arguably say that the Packers, the Vikings, and the Lions all would be in the playoffs today.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? So they have a real competitive team. And like you said, like I like that they're a team, they play both sides of the ball. They are number 1 in interceptions as a team. And then number 4 in sacks.
Facts.
You know what I mean? For Kevin O'Connell to be a third-year head coach and to see what he's done on both sides of the ball and to see what he's done with Sam Darnold, who 2 years ago they was like he was the worst quarterback in football. Now to be leading that team going into the playoffs and to be a top team in the NFL, I like it. My number 2 team, I got y'all, Philadelphia Eagles. And I mean, what the Eagles have done with, first of all, they've been having a lot of injuries, so they haven't been 100% healthy. But the removal of DeAndre Swift and the addition of Saquon is like night and day.
Facts, bro.
It's like, and y'all don't even have Jason Kelsey under center for the tush push. That would have made y'all probably completely unstoppable 2 yards and under. Like, forget about it. But I like what they're doing, man. I think Saquon, he opens up so much stuff for the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts, man. And it's happy to see them, you know, back in a winning formation. I want to say it's 8 games straight y'all won.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So this is when you really need your momentum as an NFL team going into the playoffs, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be on the losing streak going into the playoffs. You need to be hitting your stride and going in.
Facts.
And my number 1 team is the Detroit Lions, man. At 11-1, like I said, they in, to me, the most competitive division in football. For them to be 11-1, I like them. I think they are one of the most complete teams. They have rushing, they have receiving, they have a good quarterback in Jared Goff. He's not the best, and it shows in games. They score 30, 40 points in games, and Jared Goff has 150 yards with 1 touchdown. So that means they have so many ways to be able to put up points and score the football. To me, it makes them one of the most dangerous teams in football. In terms of offense, the number 2 in total yards per game with 395 yards per game average. They're number 5 in passing yards per game with 240 passing yards per game. And then number 4 in rushing yards per game with 154 rushing yards. So it shows you they're top 5 in 3 offensive statistic categories. And with that 1-2 punch of Montgomery and Gibbs, oh my goodness. Forget about it. Forget about it, man. So that's my top 5, man. And like I said, we appreciate y'all for tapping in. Keep locked in. You know, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Give us some comments on what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna keep the ball rolling every week. Y'all know how it go. Oh man, it's that. Damn, homie.
The fuck happened to you?
Y'all know what time it is, man. I know this what y'all wait for every week, man. To see we gonna give them damn homies too, man.
Mm-hmm.
And clown what's been going around in the NFL. I'm gonna let you jump right in, Ace, man. Do your thing,
Bro,
man.
My damn homie going to Alshire of the Houston, Texas.
Damn, homie.
Come on, bro. Caleb Williams. They done show about 5 different hits that this man, every time they slide, he want to come in and hit somebody. Bro, a slide is when the quarterback is defenseless, bro.
Dirty.
What are you doing? They done suspended you for 3 games. You done got fined, really 4 games because you got kicked out of the game on Sunday. Bro, what you doing, bro?
Damn, homie. The fuck happened to you?
Come on, bro. And D'Amico Ryans wasn't a dirty player when he played in the NFL. He was a great linebacker. So for him to be doing what he doing, you putting shade on your roster, you putting shade on your team. Shoot, Jacksonville tried to take your head off on Sunday.
For real.
Like, what you doing, bro?
Oh,
All you got to do is if you want to hit somebody, hit them when it's legal, bro. But when the quarterback is sliding, stop going after the quarterback, bro.
Damn, homie. The fuck happened to you?
Facts, man. Listen, I went in a whole different direction, man. You mentioned something earlier, and I was gonna go with Tuck, but I said I gotta give my Ravens a break, man. We got a bye week, so I'm gonna give them a bye week on the top 5, man, and see what they come back and do, man.
Facts.
But my damn homie is going to the San Francisco 49ers.
Damn, homie. The fuck happened to you?
And I'm gonna say as an overall team, the expectations that we had coming into this year for the 49ers, there was a lot of people that was talking about Super Bowl.
Facts.
The roster that they got, Brandon Ayuk, you wanted to get paid, you got paid, you a dud.
Mm-hmm.
Debo Samuel, you okay, you still doing what you got to do, but you got some concerns there, you a little, you know what I mean? Kittles, he been off and on injured.
Mm-hmm.
CMC, you started off the year injured, and then 2-3 weeks later, you injured again.
Damn, homie. The fuck happened to you?
Not only that, the next running back up, Jordan Mason, he was holding it down while CMC was hurt. He come in the game after CMC get hurt. Now he hurt on the injured reserve.
That's a fact.
The fuck happened to you?
Listen, the 49ers, man, y'all are the bottom of the barrel in the NFC West, man. There's no reason we look at that roster and y'all can only produce a 5-7 record.
Damn, homie. The fuck happened to you?
There's no way, man. There's no way. This year, the 49ers, to me, is Super Bowl or bust. Next year, they may be talking about dismantle. Y'all can't get it done. Y'all got probably the most all-star roster that one team can have, possibly, and y'all fumbled it. Outside of the quarterback, and you don't even need a top-tier elite quarterback to get it done with that team.
That's true, bro.
It's crazy. So San Francisco 49ers,
Damn, homie. The fuck happened to you?
what the happened to you? Real rap, Ace.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
For real, for real. But what's up, man? We got some picks this week now.
Yeah, definitely.
We got some picks.
Some good
Okay.
picks. Let's get
We
some
got
money.
some good picks. We
Let's
got
get
some
some
good
money.
picks.
That's a
Shoot them with your picks. Hey,
Man,
tell them what to put their money on this week, man.
You got the Bills going out to Los Angeles. Rams fighting for that division. They're fighting for that playoff. The Rams is a 5-point underdog at home to the Bills. You done heard what we said. The Bills is the middle of the pack on the top 5. They got a good squad, but I don't see Matthew Stafford laying them 5. Now, if the Bills win, it's going to be a 3-point game, but I got Rams covering 5 this weekend versus the Bills. Rams covering the 5. You could take them on the run line. Rams with the 5.
You hear that? The Rams with the 5.
Facts.
I'm going AFC North, man. I'm taking the Cleveland Browns +6. 2 weeks ago, they playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 weeks ago, they just beat the Steelers 24-19 in the snow. It's a division game. Cleveland don't have the best offense, but when we play in the division, they play tough.
Facts.
Cleveland in the division. They done beat Baltimore. They done beat Pittsburgh. They gonna play tough in that division, man. And 6 points is a lot. Whoever gonna win is gonna be by about 2-3 points. It ain't gonna be no 6. Forget that. So I'm taking the Cleveland Browns in a division game against the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 6 points. Y'all better catch it while y'all can, because I got a feeling by the end of the week it ain't gonna be plus 6, man.
Facts.
For real. So
Facts.
that's my pick.
Definitely.
I like them division games, man. Them division games is tough. They rivalries.
Listen, Rusty got sacked 3 times by Myles Garrett. He'll get sacked at least twice by Myles
Yeah.
Garrett.
And Pittsburgh was complaining, only because of the snow. Only because of the snow. Y'all ain't never blew Cleveland out. Y'all ain't nobody in that division when we play division games is gonna be no blowout, bro.
No blowout, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
No
We
blowout.
know each other too well to be blown out. It's
Facts.
gonna be a back and forth, possibly a last possession game.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Real rap.
And if they lose this week, you heard it here first, Billy. Y'all losing 2 weeks in a row because you coming to Philly. We about to bust y'all head in.
Woohoo!
You already know. So that's Cleveland and Philly back to back. We be talking about next time y'all see the Ravens, y'all playing for the division.
Steelers might have a meltdown.
Facts. 3 in a row.
Y'all know what it is, man. Tell them where to find you at.
You already know, man. Look me up on IG at Ace Lombardi, man. You know we here, man. Top 5. You know what we do.
Facts. It's your boy Shooter, man, on IG. We at Tree Culture and at Tree Culture _studios, man. Like I said, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, make sure y'all hit the notification button, and y'all stay tuned in, man, because it's the top 5 every week.
I want to know who you got in your top 5. Because I got my top 5 ready. And I know Ace got his top 5 ready. So who in your top 5?
Oh my gosh, you got money back, I see.
Because it's the top 5 every week.